What's up, guys? OG2K here, and today we are back for ranked again, man. So today we are just going to literally, I've been saying this every video, but we're just gonna be showing you guys how I play, telling you guys what I think. Offense, Miami; defense, Saints playbook. And on defense, we are just looking to have 4 double or nothings, just trying to really simplify it. And then on offense, we are trying to have short and elite receivers, 2 receivers, and then our tight end, and then a human joystick running back. From there, though, just make sure your quarterback has like gunslinger, quick draw, one of those 2, and you should be fine. And then get creative with whatever else you got. But nickel 2-4, cover 3 cloud, cover 4 shell, pinch D line, crash down, and hover over the center here. Watch for the switch sticks, and beautiful. I actually have the wrong player in at top safety there, but good thing he picked it, man. Normally we sub in shapeshifter, but since it was the first play in, I forgot. He was still able to make a play on the ball though, which is kind of crazy. So honestly, 4-minute quarters on here. I would say we're gonna manage the clock, but he's in the defense, man. He's in my D. Yo, does this guy watch the videos? Oh, this guy might be a legend, bro. Yep, he has the guy come in free, but Dickerson is just too good out there, man. So the way, if he's having that guy come in free on a run play, which it happens sometimes. We talked about this in previous videos. We're simply just going to untarget his user, and make him make a play with his user. He still kind of got blocked with his user there, but we just have the run open. So beautiful, first defensive drive and offensive drive. Let's see if we could get another stop on him here. All right, we are kicking off here. Just by the way, guys, if you have any questions or curious about anything gameplay, non-gameplay related, just feel free to comment it. A lot of the stuff, I'll try and reply to every single comment. I may miss like a few every couple videos, but I'm really just gonna try my best to do that. Here we're going to contain the right side because I don't want Daniels to be able to roll out. We did forget to sub, our players, but so after this play, we're going to do our subs, but okay, he's got post, switch stick to post. Okay, that was just a good play. All right. What that was, he has a streak to pull the middle third, to that side with the streak, and then he has a fade cutting inside of the streak. So the way we would defend that next time, now that we know he has that, and we're lucky that it was overthrown, is that we'll just switch stick onto that guy. So we're not going to contain until he rolls out, actually. So that's also a thing. Don't do something. Okay, he motions here. We're going to man that guy up. And tight end post, keep it covered, and everything's covered. So thing I could have did better on that play, though, was... So when that motion wheel comes across, he's on a fade, but that solo side receiver is also on a streak. So I have to be able to take away that solo side receiver on that streak as well, like in the seams. So, all right, he audibles to this. 2 closest DBs to the sideline get blocked, so we make the flat the 3rd closest. And okay, Dickerson with jukebox. Nice, man. Very good play by him. Or actually... just a broken play, kind of. So, let's just... Now that he's able to roll out, we're going to contain this next play. So, really just trying to take away what he beat me with on the last play. And it's very basic. You could literally see in 1 second what he beat you with on the last play. So, alright. Tight end is X. Okay, double streaks. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to switch deck that eventually. That's like a tight window down there. A lot of things could go wrong, and I highly doubt that he's going to throw that every single play too. So he flips the bunch tight end. Safety gets brought out. Contain that right side, and have our safety for the run. Beautiful. Make him pass. 3rd and 3. Let's just, I like to say, like, let's just play the short and stuff, and let's make it hard on him. But I do that every single play. So it's like... I'm really just trying... Okay, watch out for the seam streak on Adams. Okay, it's corner, covered. Then we gotta... Yeah. So, we take that outside third and bring it down on the corner, but then that opens up the post. So I could have done better on that play by switch sticking onto the middle third sooner. All right, he's got streak or curl. Nice, man. He had 2 curls, and we have 2 vert hooks. So take a wild guess what's going to happen on that. He is out of there, and let's get into the next game here. All right, so game 2 here, the Lions Den. Okay, he's a Lions fan. You know, he's got the Lions players, and he's got the Lions uniform. So pretty funny. But also another thing I want to point out to you guys is that me and Hexseed, a lot of you guys know who Hexseed is. Me and him are running a Discord server where we answer questions and help you guys get better. I will be posting pictures of my team and all sorts of things that'll just save me time in these videos, so that I could really teach you guys the gameplay stuff here. And then, you know, we might teach you gameplay there as well, but just like the little stuff, so that I could just maximize the amount of time that that I am, you know, teaching you guys gameplay here, so that I'm not, you know, wasting that time talking about other things when I could literally just do it that way. But first things first, on offense, this is our first offensive drive of the game. Miami Dolphins, pitch to deuce close. Miami package is automatically on, and then you want a fast running back at fullback, because we do run 2 running back personnel. He's got a slot on the left side, so we're gonna run right. Just start the game out basic, and then from there we'll see if he burst out with Dickerson. See if we could get out. Nice human joystick on Dickerson. You're looking for 90 plus COD to be able to burst around like that, and you're also looking for speed and acceleration, obviously, but mainly 90 plus COD. It's not an exact threshold, but it is important. Now it's 1 high safety, which means cover 1 or cover 3. If it's cover 1, the corner routes fry and the Texas fries. If it's cover 3, the 2 streaks are they going to be there, and the middle throw to have to pick one of the 2. Okay, it's man. This corner looks more open because that's where I was looking. They both were probably open, but yeah. So again, if you guys are looking for my team abilities, I'll have that all in the server. Check the comments. I pin it every video, so I will try to remember every single video, but I just remember right now. So his slot is on the right now. Honestly, we're gonna run it up the middle, but we're gonna look to see which side has the opening. Okay, just run up the middle, test his user, makes a good play. So you know, we missed, you know, we could have went a little bit more to the right to get like the other gap, but sometimes you just want to test their user at the beginning of the game, especially on a run play, because it's very low risk. I just like to run a lot of low risk plays, honestly. Like when these corner routes get open, they'll be open by a mile, and a lot of the other stuff I call is like that as well. So okay, the man coverage just got fried on that guy. Beautiful. And Randy Moss is in. Short and elite. Some people ask me, do you really need short and elite? Can I do like spend all my AP on master tactician or something? No, short and elite is a must have, just for the simple fact that it makes this offense so much more explosive. And when people have like very good corners, that'll still be able to beat man at a very, very high percentage. So it also just gives you an opportunity at a 1-play touchdown. Now, don't get me wrong, I play a lot of regs with this scheme. The corner routes still get open, but it's just way better, honestly, with the short and elites. And what short and elite actually does is it activates versus man coverage when a route cuts inside of the numbers, which is pretty much every single route. If you look at the field here, look at how far out the numbers are, and so that's pretty much what I mean. Like every single route almost it works on. It's pretty much route tech. So he rolls, or he does a QB power. So funny thing, fun fact actually, if it's QB power, it has, you know, pulling guards and he's running to the outside. But if it's blast, it's just up the middle and he has the running back blocking and really no one else. So that's just like a fun fact for you guys about football. All right, so hover over here with McCollum. He does an auto motion. Watch for the post. Okay, he has the post, man. Gotta switch stick that next time. Or well, we did switch stick it. Just gotta be on it a little bit more faster, because as you could see, he had a window open between the two vert hooks. All right, so we're honestly just gonna set this up. We're gonna have this middle third over 88 lamb, so that seam streak is taken away. But problem with having him inside so much, you gotta watch number 12 with this vert hook here. So we're not gonna be on him. We're gonna switch stick onto him. Okay, Texas is taken away. You want to cover the short route first with your user, and then take away the deeper route with the switch stick sometimes. That's kind of the way I like to look at it for like a good majority of the time. And then other times you'll just, or that's how you should start the game out. And then, you know, if they beat you in a certain way, then you could think about it. But I would wait until they actually do. So we're going to contain the right side. He ran like a blast. So we know this guy's trying to like use Cam Newton's legs a little bit. So just play it safe with that. All right, he goes corner. McCollum is there. So watch the playmaker up. It's covered. And we run with Stokes up to the higher route, just because if he makes that read on the shorter route, you know, you could take 5 yards. But so that's just the reason we went higher. And he did roll out, so the contain really was a good thing. All right, we're going to shade down and shade up. The reason you want to shade down before you shade up is so that the purple zone gets taken away on the slot corner, and then it turns into a hard flat. And then when you shade up a hard flat, it turns into a cloud, which plays corner routes and all that better. That right side is contained, pass commit. And the way you shade down and shade up is wire triangle, and then up on the right stick or down on the right stick, depending if you want to shade up or down. He threw in traffic there. Was able to get knocked out by the CPU though, so very, very happy with that result there, that we're still on 4th down. And on 4th down, they like to call like weird curl route and all these weird combos. So we like to go to cover 2, man up a few guys, just play deep. We're only going to man up one guy here because I really don't know who to man up in tight. But as you can see, the yellow zones, the cloud flats, they do a great job. I played the sticks there by hitting wire triangle and then left bumper. So LB, or what is it on PlayStation? Oh, well, I'm new to PlayStation, guys. Or I'm not new to it. I've just been playing Xbox my whole life. But recently, I switched to PlayStation because I like the way that it runs a little bit better. But yeah, so like if they're on a short yardage situation, then you put the hard flats and make sure that your vert hooks aren't going super high up. But you don't want to play the sticks all the time. The only reason I did it was because it was super deep there. Now again, he's in one high. We probably have pass plays and stuff open, but we're just gonna make it easy on ourselves. Run the ball until, you know, I have to pass, essentially. So here, 3rd and 10, definitely pass here, unless it's end of the 4th quarter and you're trying to chew the clock out. This is definitely a passing down. One high safety. You already know the combo I'm gonna call right here. All right, cover 3, beautiful. That the 2 streaks do a good job at making the middle third pick one or the other, but also cover 3, if they have 2 vert hooks, which most of the time, 99% of the time, cover 3 has 2 vert hooks in the middle. Those vert hooks get pulled back by the streaks, and then the Texas finds a good pocket. We like to use fancy words around here. It finds a nice pocket where the zones get pulled back, and we were able to hit like our cool check down route. If you guys haven't been able to tell, I love check downs. I love run plays. They are just very, very good tools to use for clock management, easy yards, 4th down and 3rd down conversions. So that is kind of my goal. I just want to be able to hit what's open. I don't care how deep it is. But 2nd and 15, we're really looking for yards here, honestly. He's you could tell like when someone knows what they're doing on D. I just don't think he fully understands it. So okay, you see it's man coverage this time, and that corner route fries. Guys, one high safety gets fried by that play. It's either cover 1 or cover 3. And pretty much every route beats everything. So if it's cover 3, literally any route could be open. But if it's cover 1, you're looking Texas, or the corner routes. And if you are on pass lead small increase, you could throw like one of the streaks if you know what you're doing with that. But I don't like to do that just because I don't want to mess up my corner route pass leads because of that setting being on. So I like to hit the short a lot. I don't really rely on hitting deep passes that much. But when they are presented to me, I like to take them. I just don't want to force anything with anything like that. So pass commit. He really needs to pass here. There's not much time. He's gonna be down 14-0 right now. So just be mindful of like post routes. Beautiful switch stick. Watch the playmaker. Okay. Playmaker's the corner, so I just wasn't able to get there. I could have made a better switch prior to that, but really just can't have him be able to roll out so that he's not even in that place to begin with next time. So we're going to contain here. You don't really want a QB spy until they really, really beat you with that. So that's why you don't see me do spy as much. But wow, have we not subbed in shapeshifter? Yikes, man. We haven't done our subs yet. Shoot. It worked the last game, but against this guy, actually we're up 14-0, so it is working. But okay. If I didn't switch stick, it would have been a pick, but since we were trying to be the better player on that play, I guess it hurt me. So I could have arguably called timeout, but against these ranked guys, you don't really want to give them that much credit, you know what I mean? By chewing the clock, you're giving them credit essentially because you're making it harder for you to score. Actually, what am I saying, man? By calling the timeouts, you're giving them I feel like it's just like a thing that I don't like. I want them to have to manage the game. Like I want to make this guy have to be able to chew the clock out, and it gives you a harder chance to score if you have to chew the clock as opposed to not, because you're only looking for like a 2nd and 1 so that you have an extra play to chew the clock as opposed to just trying to score. So that's why I like to sometimes have that happen. All right, throws it right at me, knocked out, beautiful. I really want this contain to do its job and keep him in the pocket, but it's just not happening. So I'm really going to try and pay attention to that this play to see how that contain is actually doing, because I just don't like how he's able to roll out. It just opens up too many windows as opposed to when he's sitting in the pocket. All right, he flips, we flip, or he does like a motion. We want the side where he has 3 receivers to be the side where, okay, good play. It's actually a good play. So like he had a bunch of sit routes in the middle, which took the, what's it called? Took the vert hooks, the yellow zones. And then he had like a short post that got underneath the deep blues. But next time I would switch onto the deep blue faster. That way I can make a play on the ball a little bit better. Not like an adjustment that I would make, but just something that I think about next time. So don't be crazy with adjustments is my point, unless you know, like you really need to. Like you could do a lot of this stuff by literally just remembering what to switch stick next time. So down here we like to get in 6-1. Yeah, I mean, I can't stress it enough though. You don't need to make crazy adjustments, because that is, first of all, you could get quick snapped. Second of all, you're worried about blitzing a certain guy. You're worried about like doing all that stuff, and then we'll just have like a wide open drag easy. Like that is not what we want. We want them to have to really scheme around beating like a very, very sound coverage, because cover 3 with 2 vert hooks is sound every single time. Like I hate to say it, but like that should have been picked. But I hate to say it, man, but it is repetitive to call the same thing. But that's the point. It's repetitions. I know where to switch stick every time. I know, like, I know where the players are. I just know there's 3 deep blues, 2 hard flats, and 2 vert hooks. There's supposed to be someone everywhere, essentially. Like, if there's a corner route, I'll be able to switch stick onto the deep blue or the hard flat to take it away from above or behind, or below, I mean. And then Like if there's something in the middle of the field, I could switch stick onto the middle third, like one of the two vert hooks, a flat maybe. Like there's just so many options for me. And it really opens up like a chess match for me to be able to switch on to 3 different guys taking away the same exact route. And it puts them into like a bind where they have to guess who you're going to switch stick on before you do it, which is really, really putting you in a paradox because you don't know, you know, as opposed to like a guy setting up man coverage. The next play sets up cover 3, the next play cover 2. It's a lot more hard to predict where you're going to switch stick than what coverage you are going to pick, if that makes sense. That's just the way I like to do it. So Lamar, playmaker up, and that should be a touchdown juke back. Beautiful. The way I do that juke with the quarterback is you sprint out with the right trigger, just like how you normally sprint out with your QB, and then let go of the right trigger for a split second, and then juke with your right stick to whatever side you want, and then you could sprint again with the right trigger right after you get the juke animation, and then you could continue to do that throughout the play multiple times. And then same thing with the receiver. You sprint, let go of the trigger, and then juke with the right stick. Don't press any other button besides juke, and then after that get right back onto the right trigger, and then you could do the same thing as many times as you want. So let's just see if we could get a stop here and finish the game out. All right, he's in empty quads here. We're gonna go man align because he has let's count 4 guys on that right side. So we want just man align. We're just gonna run stock man here to see what happens. He calls drags. We're on it. Throws it right at my user, but we just, go off giving him too much credit there. So let's just see what he calls, man. Like, I don't know if that was a coach suggestion play. Okay. Yeah. Good thing he's not calling that, man. That would have gave me a problem. Having to guard like an unorthodox formation. Okay, QB power. Taken away by Will Anderson. We just have numbers out there, man. When they call that short side trips, you're gonna user the linebacker on the slot side so that you just have help in the run game to the wide side of the field. All right, he motions this guy over, user this guy, so we have more people on the side where he has more receivers, as opposed to being on that left linebacker. We want to be on the side where he has less people so that the other side has more people that we could switch stick onto. Okay, sharp corner taken away, the pressure comes in, and if we stop him here, it'll be game. So let's just see these 4 double or nothings. We actually don't have 4 double or nothings. We have 3, but then we have Will Anderson with El Toro and Bogo. So pretty much the same thing, honestly. But again, you want to make sure that you could get that. I just don't have like the coins or whatever to upgrade Will Anderson. That's the only problem. All right, man up to 2 guys. Route commit them both inside. Watch for like a seam streak. Make sure that, everything is taken away. We're going to user this guy and then switch onto that right hook or the left hook so that, we're able to guide this man up as long as we, can. Okay, that's exactly why we set up cover 2, because they run the core routes and all that stuff. And the clouds are there to guard the corner, 50%. Beautiful stuff. Guys, please join that Discord in the comments. We will be answering questions. Comment here if you want me to answer a question here. And I really do appreciate you guys for coming through the video. I will see you guys in the next one.